In this video we're going to look at how to draw graphs of cubics. So here we've got the general equation of a cubic. Y equals ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, where the a cannot equal 0. In other words, it's going to have an x cubed term as its highest x term. Here's some examples of cubics. Y equals x cubed, y equals minus x cubed, y equals 2x cubed plus ax squared minus 7x plus 3. So as you can see, it can have an x squared term, an x and a 3, or a number on the end, but obviously it's going to have that x cubed term. Okay, y equals x cubed plus 4x squared, 4x minus 2. So it doesn't have to have that x squared term. So it's just any equation, y equals, that's got an x cubed and it may or may not have stuff after it. So that's a cubic graph. Okay, so let's start off by looking at y equals x cubed. So this is the y equals x cubed graph. It comes up like so, it flattens off at 0, and then comes up again in a curved fashion like so, very steeply. Let's have a look and see why. So let's have a look at to the right of the y-axis. So let's start off with 0. Well, 0 cubed, 0 times 0 times 0 is 0. So that's why you'll have the graph going through the origin. Okay, so y equals x cubed will pass through the origin. Next, let's try 1. Well, 1 cubed, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. So that'd be 1 across 1 up. Let's try 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So we're going 2 across 8 up. So it's going quite high. If we try 3, well, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So that's 3 across 27 up. And if we have a look at 4, 4 times 4 times 4, well, that's 64. So as you can see, it goes up very quickly. Okay, it's a very steep curve going up like so. Next, let's have a look at the left of the y-axis. Okay, so we've tried 0, and that's the origin. Okay, let's try minus 1. Well, minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1. Well, negative times a negative is a positive, times a negative is a negative. So minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1 would be minus 1. Minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. Well, minus 2 times minus 2 is 4. Times minus 2 is minus 8. So, and then minus 3, you'll see this will be familiar, it'll be minus 27. Minus 3 times minus 3 is 9. Times minus 3 is minus 27, and so on. So it's similar, but it's going downwards. Okay, it's below the x-axis. So 1 to the left, 1 down, 2 to the left, 8 down, and so on. So again, it goes down very steeply. And that's it. So that's the y equals x cubed graph. It comes up, flattens off, and passes through the origin, and curves up again. Okay, so this is the y equals negative x cubed graph. So it comes down, curves down like so, flattens off, passes through the origin, and curves downwards again very sharply. Let's have a look and see why. So 0 cubed, 0 times 0 times 0 is 0, but negative, so still 0. 1 cubed is 1, but negative, so minus 1. 2 cubed, 8, again negative, minus 8. So again, it's coming across 1 down, 2 across 8 down, and so on. So it's going to be negative 27. Negative, so negative 1 cubed is negative 1, but negative, so negative minus 1 times being made positive would be 1, or times by minus 1. Negative 2 cubed, well, it's going to be minus 8. Again, that's then going to become 8 and 27. So as you can see, that's why it's coming down like so, and passing through the origin and down again. Okay, so that's the two very common graphs, y equals x cubed and y equals negative x cubed. Now, not all the x cubed graphs will have that shape. Let's have a look at some other ones. Okay, those ones are very simple x cubed graphs. The reason is they don't have any x squared, x's, or constant terms. Okay, so let's have a look at how to draw the graph y equals x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3. So you can see we've got some extra terms here. Okay, we don't just have the x cubed term, we've got an x squared term and a constant on the end. So I've made a table of values, and the table of values starts at minus 3 and it goes to 2. So first of all, I usually start these by looking at the positive values. So let's start off with 2. Okay, so 2 cubed. Well, 2 cubed is going to be 8, and then plus, and then 2 squared. Well, I'm using Corbettmaths here. I'm going to square the numbers and then times them by 2. Okay, so 2 squared is 4, times by 2 is 8, and then I'm going to take away 3. And when I do that, I get an answer of 13. Okay, because 8 plus 8 is equal to 16, minus 3 is equal to 13. So that's going to be that coordinate. So that's 2 across 13 up. So that's that point there. Next, 1. So again, 1 cubed. Well, 1 cubed is equal to 1. 1 squared is equal to 1, but times by 2 will be plus 2, and then take away 3. Well, that's going to be 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Take away 3 is equal to 0. So that point there is equal to 0. So that's 1 across, 0 up. Okay. Next, 0. Okay, so 0 cubed, 0. plus 0 squared is 0, times 2 is plus 0, and then take away 3, well, that's going to give us negative 3. So that's going to be 0 across, 3 down. Next, minus 1. Now we've got to be very careful with these negatives, okay? So minus 1. Well, minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1, well, that's going to be minus 1. Then we're going to square it. So minus 1 squared is 1, and times by 2 is 2, so plus 2, and then take away 3. Minus 1 plus 2 is going to be equal to 1. Take away 3 is going to be equal to negative 2. So it's negative 2. So that's 1 across, minus 2 down. So there. Next, minus 2. So again, be very careful. Minus 2 cubed is going to be minus 8. Again, we're going to square it first. So minus 2 times minus 2 is equal to 4. Plus, times 2 is equal to 8. So it's plus 8, and then take away 3. And that's going to give us an answer of minus 3. So that's going to be the point minus 2 minus 3. So it's minus 2 minus 3. Just going to move the point slightly. Okay, and our last one, minus 3. So minus 3 cubed is going to be equal to minus 27. Plus, well, remember to square it. So minus 3 squared is 9. Times 2 is plus 18. So it's going to be minus 9. Take away 3 is going to be equal to minus 12. And that's it. So let's plot that point to minus 3 minus 12. Now, as you can see, the points here come up. They then sort of curve and flatten out here, and then reach the highest point there, and then curve back down again, and then come back up again. Okay, so it sort of comes up, and then down, and then up again. Now I'm going to try and draw this. Now this won't be the best because I'm trying to draw on a tablet. Okay, so it comes up, flattens, comes down again, up through here, comes up, and then curves upwards like so. Okay, now I have prepared one of these earlier, so I'm going to show you what it looks like properly. Okay, but it comes up and then down and then up again. Okay, so it's got a maximum and a minimum. Okay, it comes up, flattens at this maximum point, down again at this local minimum point, and then it curves up again. Okay, let's have a look at what it looks like. Okay, so here's a slightly better version. As you can see, it comes up, flattens off, comes down again, curves, flattens off again, and then up again like so. So that's quite a common cubic graph shape where it comes up and then down and then up again. Okay, let's have a look at our last example. So our last example is to draw y equals minus x cubed plus 3x squared plus x minus 1. What we're going to do here is, and the main difference here is I've put a negative sign in front of the x cubed. Okay, I'm going to start with the positives again. Okay, so let's start off with 4. So we're going to do, 4 cubed. Well, 4 cubed is 64, but it's a minus, so it's going to be minus 64. And then remember in BODMAS, what we're going to do is we're going to square the 4, which is equal to 16, but then we're going to times it by 3, so it'll be plus 48, and then we're going to plus 4, and then minus 1. And when we do that, we get an answer off, if you work that out, you get an answer of minus 13. So that's going to be 4 minus 13. Next one, 3. So minus 3 cubed. Well, 3 cubed is 27, so it's going to be minus 27. Again, remember in BODMAS, 3 squared is 9, and then times by 3 is then going to be plus 27. And then plus x, so that'll be plus 3, and then minus 1. And that gives us an answer of 2. So that's 2. Let's now work out 2. Well, whenever you work out 2 using the same approach, you're going to get 2 cubed. Well, it's going to be minus 8, and then plus, again, BODMAS, 2 squared is going to be 4 times 3 is going to be plus 12, and then we're going to add on 2, and we're going to then take away 1. When we do that, we're going to get 4, 6, 5. So it's going to be equal to 5. 1, well, it's going to be equal to minus 1 plus 3 plus 1, and then minus 1. And that gives us an answer of 2. So that's going to be 2 plus 1 minus 1 is going to be an answer of 2 there. 0, putting in 0 is going to give us 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus, minus 1, so it's going to be minus 1. Now again, let's be very careful with these negatives, okay? So minus 1 cubed. Okay, so minus 1 cubed is going to be equal to minus 1, but minus is going to be 1, and then plus, and then minus 1 squared is 1, and then times 3 is going to be plus 3, and then plus minus 1, and then minus 1. Whenever you work that out, it's going to be 4 minus 1, which is 3, minus 1, which is 2. Next one, minus 2, so it's going to be minus 2 cubed, which is minus 8, but minus, so it's going to be 8, and then plus, minus 2 squared is going to be 4, and then times 3 is going to be plus 12, and then plus minus 2, and then minus 1. Whenever you work that out, what we're going to get is an answer of 17. That's going to be 20, minus 2 is 18, minus 1 is equal to 17. So it's going to be 17, and then minus 3, whenever you work that out, you're going to get that's equal to 50. Okay, so let's plot our points. So 4 minus 13, well, we'll come plot that on this graph, but we're going to know it's going to be minus 4 minus 13 is going to be down here somewhere, okay? Next one, 3, 2, so 3, 2 is up here, so it's going to come up here, and then it's going to reach 2, 5, so 2 and then 5. Next is equal the point 1, 2, so 1, 2. And then we've got 0, minus 1, so 0, minus 1's there. And the next one, minus 1, 2. And the next one is minus 2, 17. So it's going to be up here somewhere. And then minus 350. So if you were to draw this, now obviously sort of using a bit of imagination here, it's going to come down like so, curving down. And then it's going to come flatten there and then up again. And then it's going to curve and it's going to come down again and then down quite sharply. Okay, so it's quite similar to our previous one, except for rather than coming up and then down and then up again, this one's coming down and then up and then down again. A slightly better version is this version here. Okay, so as you can see, it comes down, reaches the turning point, so it sort of then comes back up again, reaches another turning point and comes back down again. Okay, and that's it. So that's how you draw cubic graphs. These are the common shapes. So you've got your x cubed one, you've got your minus x cubed one, and you've got these versions which are very common. This one will be for positive x cubed, and then it would have some terms after it perhaps, and it would come up and then down and then up again. And this one will be for minus x cubed, and then it would have some terms after it, and it would come down and then up and then down again. And that's it. So that's cubic graphs.